If you're someone who works with the moon cycles, you set intentions on the Sagittarius new moon, you did some work on the Sagittarius new moon earlier in December, understand that from the 27th through the 29th of our month of December, that's when our balsamic moon of Sagittarius is happening. We're already in it if you're seeing that. This is when the moon comes to ground. And everything that we started on that new moon has a chance to just bring it back around, right? Find a place to ground it. Sometimes we don't even need to find a place to ground it. Sometimes it grounds itself. Grateful for that. Clock it, lock it, put it in your pocket. Here we go. We're gonna walk it, okay? Because we have a new moon coming up. True. Capricorn new moon happening on the 30th of December. Now, more on that in the next video. And also, Sagittarius right now, we've had a funky little junky little thing going on between Mercury and Jupiter while this moon cycle has been happening, okay? Maybe some miscommunications, realizing how your systems of communication don't work. However, communication has just been not great. Weird over the previous month. Before this Capricorn new moon, you could find some clarity in that miscommunication or within the abbreviation of communication, like maybe some of the communication was shorter than maybe you were expecting it to be, or you didn't understand fully and completely. There's a lot of different ways that could be interpreted, but just funky junky communication, okay? Then clock it for yourself. Cool. Because Jupiter retrograde right now, so much work. That transit deserves a video all by itself. It's been so much work. But bringing in the abbreviations of it, okay? We're closing out like some major cycles with this Jupiter retrograde. We're in Capricorn season. It's the first time we've been in Capricorn season in 17 years where there's no Pluto. Mercury and Jupiter have been in opposition for some time now. And during the new moon, there was like a really big conversation happening between Mercury retrograde, Jupiter retrograde. A lot of nostalgia and turning backwards and having to like shrink down what's happened to us so that it can come to an ending. Sometimes the really big stuff that goes on in our life, because that's Jupiter, is expansion. So sometimes the really big stuff that goes on in our life, the way that Jupiter retrograde brings an end is that big thing becomes something that is very tiny, symbolically representative. I don't exactly know how that would work for you in your life, okay, but if you've been seeing the patterns within how the earth communicates, within how your spiritual communication happens, dreams, possibly Neptune did go direct, so dream communication could be possibly a part of this. Divinations, conversations, literally any place where you could be in a space of communication. Yes, we've been bringing endings and closures to these really profound experiences that we've been through over the previous many years. Some of us facing lots of fears. Congrats if that's for you, because you know what, facing fear, kind of a hard thing to do, to be for real with you. Our animal instinct sees fear and wants to go the other direction. So to be able to look at fear and sit with fear and say, listen, fear, I love you here. I love you, dear. Yeah, that's a hard thing to do sometimes. So congrats if that's for you. But yeah, lots of closures. The big stuff becomes very tiny. Some of us pulling weeds out of the garden, getting rid of the seeds, getting rid of the things that we don't need when it comes to our communication. Again, communication via abbreviation. Not necessarily miscommunication, but like communication that was just real short. Real short. Yeah. Closures, endings, being done. And with the moon, Sagittarius, our balsamic moon for Sagittarius, being ruled by that Jupiter retrograde and everything that's been happening this previous month with that work of those seeds coming to a closure and an end. We're in the final days. This is like the final, it's not even the final lap. This is like the final strides of the final lap. Good, because that was a hard race. Take me out, coach. But you know what? This is the moment of take me out, coach, because I got the gold medal. Okay, I deserve some rest. Thank you. True. True. The balsamic moon is also about rest. It's about resting and digesting, receiving, understanding, grounding the wisdom that we've learned over the moon cycle. So really take your time with it. Ground with yourself and with your practice of the moon work how you need to. And we got a new moon coming up, so prepare. Cleanse, ground, make friends with the end. That's what it is. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you. I'll talk to you soon. Keep up your brew. Keep doing what you need to do. That's true. A practice for you. Let it come through. Let it come through. Let it ground how you need to. With all the retrograde energy that's been in this month, this moon cycle, and a Sagittarius as the archer, okay? It's the take a shot, make an aim, make a claim, play a game sometimes. Sometimes it coming through, whatever it is for you, discern. Let it come through. This is a time of receiving. Rest and receive. Well, rest if you need, but also, a time of receiving. And again, the retrograde energy, not always so direct. So it might come through, you may have to further inspect it. However that resonates. Cool. And I'll talk to you soon. True.